Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Daya, Batty!
There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
Now I know how to use my mic.
There we go.
We got it fixed.
It's
That
just
is-
like being on Drag Race. You have to do everything twice.
Yeah. T.
That's the
Well,
problem.
have a seat.
Have a seat, baby. All right. So, how are you, my love?
Can I take this off or no?
No. Take it off.
Okay. Yay!
There you go.
So much easier. I'm great.
How are you? Yes? You good?
Yes, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time at Roscoe.
Oh,
Welcome.
and we're super excited to have you. Not to mention, I just found out you're a Chicago resident.
Yeah, I moved here about like a year and a half ago, so... Heck
She,
yeah.
she lived down the street, girl.
Literally.
Uh-huh.
I could have walked here if I wanted to, but I'm too lazy. Not for me.
Well, we're really excited to have you here. This is just the beginning for you. It's going to be a roller coaster. You're going to love all this good stuff. But before we get into all of that, we have a couple announcements. Batty, you want to get into them?
Yes. First and foremost, we want to thank you guys and all of our YouTube audience for watching us. If you haven't taken the time yet, please watch us and subscribe. Thank you, YouTube. We love you guys so much. Make sure you guys stick around tonight. All three of us, plus the other two late-ass bitches, they'll be performing tonight.
If you, yeah, we're missing two hosts. They're a little
Always.
tardy to the party right
Yes,
now.
that's okay. That's okay. And I am very excited to announce our RuPaul's Drag Race UK vs. the World viewing parties premiering Tuesday, February 1st, hosted by myself and Caramel DeVille, starting at 7 p.m. So the format will be just like tonight, so stay tuned for special guest announcements and seating availability. Yay?
And let's welcome Miss
RuPaul's
Maddy
Drag
Morphosis!
Yes, Maddy! The shade.
All right. Let's welcome Maddy one more time. Give her the proper welcome. Maddy Morphosis.
Hi. Hi.
Welcome.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Good. Is this good? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Am I just right? Okay.
All right, ladies. They're going into a ball right away. How did you guys feel about that?
Well, I was happy because that's like a lot of my shit that I have is I make it myself. So I was like, okay, coming back into the competition, having the second chance, if I could ask for any challenge, it would be like a sewing challenge. So I was happy.
This was not the one I was most excited for. Just okay. I contrary to my TikTok, I do know how to sew. I can sew. But a lot of stuff that I make is normally I think about it for a long time, piece it together. I've never had to make an outfit in a night because I had right before the show or anything. So you have one day make this whole outfit for a ball. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this. It's the very beginning. You guys had your entrance looks. You came right in. What does it compare to what your expectations were going to be and the reality of walking into that room?
It's huge. I didn't realize. I thought it was going to be kind of tiny, but it felt like I was about to play fucking basketball or something.
I think they got bigger though. I think they made it bigger. We have to ask. We have to find out. I think it's bigger
much
now.
bigger than season one's room for sure. The
Yes.
little little 5-by-foot closet that they had. No, it was honestly going in, like she said, I thought it was gonna be a small little thing. I thought it was gonna be studio magic where it's just it's 3 walls and a bunch of cameras. But no, it's a big ass warehouse. It's a huge room. It's super tall. It's freezing cold.
Also, you're already anxious. Your stomach already hurts because
Yeah.
you're nervous.
And you have IBS.
And then, and IBS. But then it's every, just every pattern, everything is so overwhelming when you get in there, so it's your whole body is vibrating and then the room is vibrating. I should have taken the vibrator out of
Yeah.
me. I knew I should have left it in there. Fuck.
No, it's terrifying when you walk in because once you walk in, that's when it hits you. There was a few people in there before I even walked in, and just hearing them chatter, I'm okay, I'm about to walk in. I'm gonna say hi to the other queens. It's gonna be a moment, and you walk in, and you just see the solid pink and all the cameras staring you back in the eye. It's oh shit, I'm on TV. This is happening.
And it's more than just
real.
one camera, which
Yeah.
I
There's at
didn't
least
realize.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, at least at all times. But I didn't think it was gonna be that. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just going to film it with one camera straight on.
Yeah, with an iPhone.
Hey, welcome.
Just one iPhone.
It's just one PA with a camcorder walking around.
And a ring light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ladies know anyone before you guys got there? You guys knew each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a few people that like I heard of, like I'd seen them on Instagram. I've heard the name Carrie Colby, but Daya is the only person that I actually like knew of. Like we met a couple times.
Yeah, we hooked up at a party. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, do tell.
No, we just like met each other one night when I think I was just out partying.
Yeah, like her and her drag sisters, they came down to my home bar to party in like our little like basement of a club. But it was a good time. Like I went to like a little party with them afterwards, got to know them. It's the first time I met Crystal Method, and it was actually before she got on Drag Race as well. So, yeah. But like no, they came down and like their drag is very different than the drag that's like where I'm from, which is like a lot more like pageant centric. So seeing them all come in, it was just like, what the fuck is this?
The circus is in town.
The circus is
Coming
in
from a
town.
drag queen for other drag queens.
Yeah. No, but like,
That's hilarious.
Like in a good way though, because it's like it's very different than what we're used
Yeah.
to, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was just like, I want to like get to know these people, like learn more about like where they're from, why are they here, what's their story, what's going
Get them
on.
out.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you saw RuPaul for the first time?
Oh my gosh. A lot of people don't know this. He's actually not tall. It's all camera tricks. He's actually only like 5'3". No, he is.
No,
they have-
he's tall.
His little judge's seat has a booster seat in it.
Maddie, literally
It does.
standing in front of Ru, I was like at eye level.
Yeah. No, RuPaul is very tall.
How tall are you?
I'm like 6'3" out of drag. Ru is tall. Don't
Yeah,
Maddie?
Ru's tall. You know.
Maddie, how long have you been drinking, honey?
I'm still sober. Ignore me. Ignore me. No, it is like really terrifying. It's like when you walk in, the pink walls, they're there. It makes it very real. But then when RuPaul walks in, that's when it becomes like really real. And like there's no warning. Like there's no like camera tricks where like, okay, RuPaul's gonna come in 3. Like it's none of that. Like it's just you're looking at the screen, he's doing a little video, and then he randomly busts in the door. Yeah.
Oh my. All right, everybody, let's welcome to the stage. Give it up for Orion Story.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Welcome to Roscoe's for your first viewing party. Are you excited to be here with us tonight?
I'm ecstatic.
Work. It's good to see you. For those of you that don't know, we come from the same space, so it's good to
We do.
be
She was
around.
actually hosting the first show I ever performed in.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, poor
Where
baby,
was that at?
baby girl.
Rumors Nightclub in Grand Rapids.
Is that where you're originally from?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Well, we were just talking to these lovely ladies about their entrances and what they thought, what their expectation was and the reality of it was. What did you think about when you came in and then what you expected versus?
I really honestly had no idea what the fuck to expect. I figured everyone's going to come in and they're going to say their catchphrase and they're going to pose. And I'm like, I just want to be totally fucking outrageous and just obnoxious.
What was my favorite part about yours, Orion, is you said, "Are you ready, Boots?" But you weren't wearing a boot.
You know what's funny is
Keep us on our toes.
I loved it.
I didn't even think about that until afterwards.
Wait,
It was cute.
No, but here's the thing: is boots is like it's a lifestyle. It's not like boots. It's like boots.
You have to
You know?
become the boot.
Why the whistle tone?
I just wanted to show everyone how talented I am.
Oh.
Did anyone clock on the show how shady? Oh my God, I love her mom's drag. Did anyone clock that?
Wait, who
No.
said that?
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Oh.
With the
She's talking to
That
Carrie.
that's hilarious. That was so funny. Did you know anybody on the cast, or did you go into not knowing anyone?
I think the only one that I followed was Maddy before the show.
Hey, I'm a big deal. People like me. People follow me. Don't look so
Work, bitch.
surprised.
What I love about this is that we've got newbies here for the first time. A lot of these girls, obviously, from the season that you're going to see have never been here to one of our viewing parties. So the questions that we're going to ask them, you guys may have heard before from other queens, obviously, but we want to hear about their first experiences. So just bear with us, yay?
Yay!
Yay!
So, is there anything on the first episode that might have happened that we didn't get to see, that they didn't air, that you would like to share with us?
I had so many zingers they just did not put in. I did. I was cracking them, and they didn't put them in there.
Yeah, she likes the chocolate ones over the
I was gonna
vanilla.
say you seem more like a Twinkie girl.
Yeah.
What you calling Twinkie?
Ooh.
Maddie, I'm sure people want to know, are you still with your girlfriend?
I am, yeah. 5 years now. 5 years.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats. Are you going to put a ring on it or what?
Well, probably. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't say that on TV.
you're going to ask me
away.
that?
We'll edit that out.
Oh, my gosh. So much
Is she here
pressure.
with you tonight? Is she here?
She is not, no.
She's
no,
not
they,
here.
they only got me one ticket. They only give me one ticket. Yeah.
Well, and your girlfriend also does drag.
Yeah. No, no,
She's so stunning.
My partner, you can follow her at the Miss Liza on Instagram. She does drag as well. She's actually the talented one. I'm just the one that sent the tape in. Yeah.
We know. We know.
The shade.
Shade. I love it.
So, were you excited about the sewing challenge or no?
Oh my God, yeah. I make a lot of my stuff, so I was like, yeah, this is right up my alley, you know? I was excited. The two things coming into the show that I was most excited for was sewing challenges and Snatch Game.
Oh, Snatch Game. All right. First question. Did Cornbread give you the $1,000 for eating that damn fly?
Yeah. Well, she is sending, and I talked to her today. No, she told me straight off the bat. She's like, baby, I'll send it to you. I said, okay. We got TV to prove it, honey.
Daya Batty made her own mini challenge.
Yeah. Bringing fear factor in.
And you said she called you Diabetica the entire
Diabetica.
time.
She legitimately thought my name was Diabetica.
I thought she was saying it as a joke.
Yeah.
Well, no, she legit thought, and then now she doesn't call me anything other than Diabetica, so. Yeah, I'm going to change all my social handles to Diabetica. It's fitting. I like it.
It's funny because my name is Batty, but I've been called Betty by so many people, even like still today. So I understand where you're at, girl.
Yes. Well, you know, as long as you're not calling me other things, that's fine.
So let me ask you guys.
At least as long as you call me.
Yeah. Period. That's what RuPaul always says, actually. Let me ask you guys this. The sewing machines, what year do you think they were made in? Did anyone clock that? No? I don't even think they come in that color anymore.
1922.
Yes. Are they still
No.
old and...
I think they were like new. A lot of them out of the box. Because like sometimes like if we had like never mind.
Oh,
I only had one drink. I better stop. No, they're new. Like they still had like a lot of little like bag with the new stuff in it and stuff. Yeah, they look old, but that's just like the style of like the fancy.
There was
ones
a
for
few
some
of them
reason.
that weren't working very well.
Oh well, I don't know about those.
I'm pretty sure at least like all of us broke something on one of them. Like I know I broke the needle multiple times. Like the bobbin.
I have a whole
George's-
Excel spreadsheet of things that I broke on set.
Yeah, George's. They didn't show it. I don't know if they will show it. But George's could not figure out how to thread that bobbin. I'm not joking. She sat there for like maybe 15 minutes trying to figure it out. I'm like, girl, that should be the easy part, honey.
So we saw Cornbread and Willow. They formed a little bond. Did you guys form any bond with any of the girls that we have something to look forward?
I actually talked to Bosco a lot. They didn't show, but I talked to Bosco a lot. Like she asked me about my sexuality, but I also asked her about hers because a lot of people, I don't know if you know this, I don't know if she said it on the first episode she was in, but like Bosco is like non-binary. And I asked her about that because I was talking to her about how like she presented not as like masculine outside of drag and asked what her pronouns were. And we had a whole discussion about like her identity and what she wants to represent on the show, like being like non-binary. And like there was a whole discussion. I wish it would have made it in. It was cute. It was a good moment. Yeah.
What about you, Orion?
What was the question?
Well, like I know when. Girl.
Go team, go Michigan.
Well, I just
laying
know.
in the woods and shit.
Orion is here, but she's not present.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me a couple
two
minutes.
gummies upstairs.
Physically, she is here. But I know, like, I don't know, I can't speak for you, but I know just because we were brought back into the competition, I was a little bit more about, like, okay, I just need to focus on the challenge, get it done. That way I can make it through this first week, you know. So as of, like, bonds and stuff, I, like, talked to Maddy and to Georges, but I was kind of just focusing on myself at that point because, you know, I was scared. It was scary. But
You were breaking needles, putting all those fucking ruffles into the sewing machine.
Who is the trade of this season?
Alyssa.
Mary Colby.
She said Carrie Colby.
Carrie, yes, Carrie
you
is
say
gorgeous.
Michelle?
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Crystal Method is one of our favorite queens here at Roscoe's. We love Crystal Method. Don't we love Crystal Method, yes? Did she give you any advice going into this competition?
Yes and no. She basically like just told me like don't expect too much, like don't try to figure out what's going on, don't be too in your head about it, which is pretty like I just spit all over you. I am so sorry.
She loves it
all
like that.
good.
She's dirty. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's the dragonfly trying to fly back out.
She eats ass, she spits, she does all of
Yes,
it.
yes.
She does it all.
But yeah, she was just like, don't think too much. So
Which is impossible. When you're there, all you're doing is thinking. Like, your head is racing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You kind of
Well, most of us.
You go on autopilot. Shut the fuck up.
Were you implying that she wasn't racing? What were you doing there? What happened?
What do you mean?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, if you guys are gonna give someone advice that's gonna get on the season, what advice would you give them?
Just have fun.
Have fun.
Just have fun.
Enjoy it. No, it's like, there was times where like I was like way into my head and it didn't even matter. Like it was fine. And sometimes I. Oh.
Yes, more of that. I love that. I love. Okay, so runway. You're about to hit this runway. I know that when I hit that runway, it's very overwhelming. What did you guys think? What was your first thought when you saw that runway?
Well, when I did it, I'm just kidding.
You will do it one day, Batty.
I will.
swear
You're gonna
you
make
will.
me do it,
No,
I know.
Batty's gonna be awesome on there. Go ahead, tell us.
It's scary. It's terrifying. It's bigger than I thought it was. But like it's just like going out there. Like again, it's the same thing with like the workroom.
Everything
It's-
has been bigger.
It's so much bigger than I thought it would be. No, but like just going out there, like it's the same thing with the workroom. You walk in, it's like real. The same thing, like you walk on the runway for the first time, and you don't get a practice run. They're not like, oh, we're gonna do it a couple times so you get the feel. They tap you on the shoulder and say, go, and you walk out there, and there's the 4 judges staring at you as you walk down the runway.
Well, the thing about it is because you walked the runway twice, like the second time is just silent and they're just like talking about it. So you have to sit there like in silence, like go like while they're like talking about your look. So you're just like
If
kind
you're
of uncomfortable.
if your nervousness wasn't bad enough, the shitty puns breaking the
Right.
silence.
Oh
it
my
just
God.
makes it so much even more.
Well,
All the
also,
dad jokes.
I think like the hardest part is like you know what you brought and it's something you would wear, obviously. That's why you brought it, you know? And then it's like, well, now I'm not just showing the 4 judges in front of me, but I know it's being televised and like everyone's gonna see it. So I think that's the scariest part. It's just like I like it. You might not, but whatever, you know.
It's one thing to have like your friends tell you look busted, but to have 14-year-olds on Twitter tell you look busted, it's just
It hurts different.
it's humbling.
It hurts different.
Yeah, it stings. It stings.
It hurts even worse when Batty does it.
She assaulted me. Did you see that?
Yeah, but I'm allowed to.
Don't read the comments. Just don't read the comments, girls. You know
That's
that.
the worst thing you could do, seriously. But we all do it anyway.
We're masochists.
We
Yeah.
totally do. And then we'll read all these good ones, and the ones we remember are which
All
ones?
it takes is one bad comment
that one
to
bad.
like.
It's horrible. Whatever.
know?
Anyway, okay. So you're about to hit this runway. You hear these. What words did you use for those? Old
Titillating.
The puns.
Tings.
The shitty puns.
Right.
Okay. So does it get to your head and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have worn this. I should have changed. Like, what? Does it fuck with you a
Every
little
time. Every time you step on the stage, you're like, well, here we go.
Yeah.
Also, like, one thing that I know that they say a lot, especially, like, in every season, they're like, well, you know, we've seen you in this before, or whatever, you know? And you're like, well, I literally only brought this for this runway, you know? So I think that's also the hard part, is being able to take the critiques.
Yeah,
and then-
I love that when they tell girls like, "Oh, we want to see something different." It's like, well, they can't change what they brought, you know?
Well, let me get an Uber to the H&M, get into the
Right.
dress real quick.
Ooh, no H&M, girl. I don't know if you saw that, but no H&M.
Maybe Sears.
Okay, so out of the entire cast, which was one girl that really surprised you and you were like, oh shit, this I think is going to be the girl to beat? Which one?
Willow.
Yeah, Willow. No, Willow is like a silent killer. She's like carbon monoxide. Like, you don't expect it.
She's so smart.
Great job.
Give it up for these ladies in that runway, yes?
Yes.
Live. We're going to do a photo really quick for Roscoe's. Look over here at Sean. I bet you that's the one he'll put.
Yep, he'll use the shadiest one.
That's
what
the
you
one.
get.
Me laughing. That's the one that's gonna go on. Watch. Okay, so tell me what inspired all your looks, your personal looks.
Well, I just wanted to show off my bald head for my red look. I don't know. I think this was one of the last things they told us about. So it was kind of just like, figure it out and go
Yeah,
with it.
they sprung it onto us like last minute.
Yeah.
What do you mean they? What do you mean last minute? What?
Just like category-wise, I feel like this was one of the ones that we didn't know about off the bat to prepare for. Oh, okay. Yes, yeah. So it was kind of more of the oh God, what am I going to do?
Last minute.
Yeah, last minute kind of sit.
Yeah, this was very like my resort, like the red one. I'm just like, gotta get this through the machine, gotta go. The plane's coming. Yeah. So that was mine. And then the white look was just like, I need to like find the best like evening gown, the biggest theatrical, something completely different than the resort look.
I think that's what they were looking for, is like the different facets to who you are, like the multiple sides.
Right, like what you would wear for like different like
Yeah.
events and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Now, besides your own looks, who was your favorite on the runway?
I think I really loved Angeria's red look.
Oh my God.
That like
Absolutely.
little 60s mod dress. Like I thought
Yes.
that was so sickening.
I loved your white look.
Thank you.
It was sickening.
I had never worn boobs before. That was my first time wearing a breastplate.
I forgot about that until it popped up. I was
I
like,
did
oh
too.
yeah.
I loved your white look, Maddy.
Thank you.
I loved
Thank
that.
you. I really like Carrie's leopard with the hat.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was a moment.
The purple spinny hat was sickening. She looked expensive.
Oh my gosh. And June. June
Yeah,
looked
June
expensive.
looked expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I love that cornbread used a canteen on her.
Oh my
And
God.
knowing her, it probably did have alcohol in it.
I liked
probably.
Alyssa. Alyssa,
Oh my
her
gosh.
leopard was amazing.
Sickening.
That was so good.
When because she was the first one, I think. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
yeah, I remember looking at her and I was like, bitch. And I shared my workstation with her. So when we were all rushing to get ready for the second runway, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? She looks so good.
Just walking by Alyssa's station is so intimidating.
Oh my God,
Everything
right?
in there looks amazing. It's just like, I hope that does not
Alyssa
make it
is
out
like
to
the
runway.
epitome of drag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a pageant queen. She's
Oh,
fierce.
yeah.
Just, yeah. She's got those little details that really make it happen.
So I had asked a question before the break, which was who surprised you the most, or who did you really think you had to look out for in the competition? You said Willow, right?
Yes.
And then what did you guys think? Who was a standout for you right away?
Angeria was the one immediately. I was like, she knows what she's doing.
All right. Ladies, do you have your favorites and like tops and bottoms?
Okay, Alyssa. Her bridal look, she hot glued. It wasn't
The whole
sewn.
thing.
It was hot glued to like a corset, and it looked sickening. I remember like looking at it in the workroom and being like, "You hot glued that?" Like, I thought it was stunning. I thought she looked great in all the runways, but Alyssa
It
was
was
definitely
really well
standout.
made.
Yeah.
It looked expensive.
I remember like whenever I was watching everyone like get their stuff together, I didn't know about Willow's like ailments that she had. And I just, every time I look over, she just like holding fabric together, trying to get it to pin. And like, it was just haphazardly laying around. And I was really worried for her. And then I'm making my outfit. I turn around and she has the most amazing bridal pantsuit with like this like little veil sunglass thing. Like, it was amazing. It was
Willow's
so
was my
fashionable.
favorite, I think.
Yeah. I liked it. It was like so unconventional, but it was like really amazing. And it happened out of nowhere. Like, she was literally holding fabric and I turned around and it's a whole ass outfit.
And it was still like super glam, which I loved.
Trying to think who I didn't like.
Ooh.
So, yes, think about that because I want to know the answer to that.
While we're talking about that, I want to piggyback on this question.
Yes.
So we saw Cornbread helping Willow. Did any of you girls help anybody else or get any help during the sewing challenge?
I helped a bunch of girls during the sewing challenge. I made Cornbread's gloves. I helped Angeria make her gown. Yeah, I was like going around helping everybody.
I was in the weeds. I was just trying to make it through, live to see another day. That's all I was about.
I didn't really help. I helped Georges with her sewing machine. I guess Jasmine could have used help.
Jasmine can always use help.
She looked like a continental breakfast, you guys.
No, so you didn't see it on there. Like, Cornbread obviously walked around helping like Willow. Deja was walking around helping like everybody. You didn't see like
Oh, yeah.
Deja. She had her outfit done in like 30 minutes, the whole thing, and she's walking around. She was offering everybody help, like whether it's like sewing, outfits, ideas, like whatever. Like, Deja was like MVP of that episode for everybody. She was the backbone of the ball.
She's
She
the
was.
mom of season 14.
Yeah.
So you guys did feel that sisterhood vibe in the workroom, yeah?
Oh,
Would
the
you say
entire
that?
time. the entire time.
Like I felt like the sisterhood, but at the same time, like there's so much competition, everything's going on. I was still trying to remember everybody's names at this point.
That part.
So it's hard to like make a bond when I'm trying to decipher. I'm like, okay, which one of you is Bosco, which one's Willow? I'm just like trying to figure it all out. It's so stressful. It's so stressful.
Same.
Yeah.
It's that
Right.
Midwest education.
I'm literally like
We
always.
went to public school, so
I'm always like in my own world, like 100%
we know.
of the time.
We know.
So I was like, I'm horrible with names. I'm like, it takes me a few times, so
It's gonna be okay, girl.
listen. It's a work in progress. It's my New Year's resolution.
What two names I want you to remember are June Jambalaya and Cornbread. They are your guests next week.
Make sure you guys log on right now and get your seats for next week.
Yes, the link is live on
Link is
Instagram,
live.
so you can get your tickets. Get your tickets for next week, and don't forget we're performing at 10:30. It's gonna be a lovely, lovely time.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't hear you guys say like an actual top and an actual bottom. I heard you guys kind of give kudos, but
Yeah.
who do you think is in the bottom?
Whenever just like looking around, I honestly thought June was in the bottom just because like June. Because like I was posted up right next to June, and I noticed her like struggling a lot. Like Cornbread was like
Yeah.
trying to help her, but she was like going through it.
I disagree. I'm sorry. June, I thought looked stunning. The outfit she made. First of all, did you guys remember she had like a hand stitch?
It was
Yeah.
the first,
Thing.
it
It
was
was
the first one
weird.
she came out in. She looked good.
It was
in.
like,
Yeah,
I thought she looked beautiful.
I'm just talking about the bridal, like
Oh, just the bridal look?
just the bridal.
Oh, I definitely did not picture June to be in. Like, I don't think so. I didn't.
Oh, fair.
I kind of did just because I, like, you know, June was one of the girls that I go up and talk to pretty frequently, and she seemed really in her head. Like, she was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, she doesn't sew, so she was, like, freaking out.
If I could interject for a moment. So June did not know how to sew. She literally had this weird little gun.
Looked like a
was
stapler.
so
It was like a
weird.
staple
It was so
gun
weird.
that sewed, and she just like.
No, it was, like, automatic. It was, like,
it wasn't working. She's like, oh no, I got my little gun. I'm fine. I
It's
don't
called
need the
a
machine.
handy stitch.
Yeah.
I know about this.
It's honestly
called a handy
sickening.
stitch.
I'm
yeah.
and she thought that was going to help her.
I think she Googled like how to sew without a sewing machine and bought the first thing on Amazon.
back.
Rue was on one.
All right. Okay, Maddy, tell us, what are your thoughts? I mean, you're getting criticism that you don't see. You're in the back untucked, right? You don't see them deliberating like this. So what are your thoughts right now?
The blatant heterophobia. You know.
Also, your look when Rue's talking, you're just like, what is this gay shit?
Right. I'm like, drag. Like, where are the cars? I
my
got the
God.
wrong memo.
Drag
No,
race, I
honestly,
thought
like-
this was like race cars.
Yeah. No, like with where it looks like. They like the moon outfit, and I was like, oh, I knew they would because you saw it, right? No, but the resort look, I was really upset about because like I made it myself from scratch. Like it looks like it's off the rack, and I was like, thank you, I made it myself. But then like the bridal look, they're like criticizing it, and like with the bridal look, like you saw when I was like making it in the workroom, like I had like a big huge skirt, the top was different. I started to make something, and it was like falling apart, and so I literally like took like little bundles of what I could back to the hotel room, made a skirt and a new top. I made the whole dress in a couple hours in the hotel room.
The night before the runway.
The night before the runway, just to have something to go on. Because I was like, I'm probably going to be in the bottom, but I was like, I just want to have anything. Just hope and a prayer just to have something like a functional outfit that's not falling apart. And like they complimented the construction, which is the good sign, right? Because in Drag Race...
They said something nice about it.
Like on Drag Race, all they want is construction. Right? That's all they're looking for. Right? Right?
And for someone to attempt to do something, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes people don't even really
They're
try
like,
that
like
hard.
you gave your best shot. Congratulations, you're the winner of this challenge. Yeah.
I do
No.
have to say, I like that you changed it though because it was looking like your first runway with your Marie Antoinette. That skirt was kind of giving that, so I'm glad that you edited it to what you did wear.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, whenever I was looking around, I saw everyone
welcome.
everyone was going more like bodycon, like outfits. I was like, I'm gonna do a big skirt. It'll kill. It'll be great. They'll love it. And then it was like falling apart, and I was like, I've made a huge mistake.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, They told us we had to use red fabric, white fabric, blue fabric.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a Q&A, but before we do the Q&A, we want to talk to Maddy. First of all, give it up for Maddy winning her lip sync. Yes.
I wouldn't even say winning. I survived the lip sync. That was. I would. Okay, so just between you, me, and like 100 other people.
Yeah.
I was so drunk during that lip sync.
You were drunk? I love that.
They did not give
I
us
got-
limits.
I got more drinks than I think I was supposed to. Because I was like, I'm lip syncing. If I'm going out, I'm drinking the one time they let me. I'm going out. But like, I was in my feelings. I was like doing my thing. I was like, I forgot June was even there. I was like, I was doing a performance for the judges. And every time I turned around, I tried to act like June wasn't there. But every time I looked around me, there was like another article of clothing. And I'm just like, what is going on?
She's marking her territory.
I was like, what is June doing? There's like a wig there, heels there, a skirt there. Like I almost like ate it on one of her skirts. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening behind me
I
right
remember
now?
watching this lip sync and thinking, this looks like two drunk people late at night fighting in a Waffle House.
Yeah. I was just like, let me at her.
I love Waffle House.
Now, did you know
sure you
that
did.
you were? Did you know that you were gonna be in the bottom too? Were you like, oh, I'm in the bottom?
Not that I knew, but like it was a educated guess. Absolutely. I mean, I got like some of the most critiques, and like I was just like, you know, it wasn't my strongest. Even my runway, I was just like, I don't feel confident. That's why I was doing stupid shit. I was like, maybe I'll tell a story. Maybe they'll like that. A spoiler, they didn't.
Just being a dad.
They didn't. Yeah, I was like, I'll do what I do. I just be stupid, and maybe they'll like it. And they didn't. I was in the bottom, but you know.
Now, how did it feel when she announced you as the winner?
I was just like, did they say the wrong name? Did they fuck up? No, it was like such a sigh of relief because like getting to Drag Race is the hardest part. Because when you're on Drag Race, you have a 1 in 14 chance of winning. But getting on Drag Race, it's like 1 in like tens of thousands to even get there. Or 14 tens of
That's
thousands.
a lot of math, baby. I have
Yeah,
no
I don't know.
idea.
We went to public school. I don't know. But like,
That part.
it's just like I don't know. It was like just being there. I was like, if I go there and I go home first, so be it. I'm happy to be here. And the fact that I got to stay and live like another week, I'm like, holy shit! It's like you fucking kidding me.
And the chocolate thing. Did you guys forget and get excited
Yeah,
about
I
the
totally
chocolate
forgot.
thing? I totally
Literally,
did.
every week I forgot about it.
Well, you
They
forgot.
would say
you
that, and I was like, wait, what? I forgot about that.
There's
Oh my
chocolate.
God. Right?
Orion, you forgot you were there. So to be fair,
Does anybody eat the chocolate? No, did you see
It was
anybody take a bite?
plastic. It wasn't real chocolate.
Really?
Was it really?
That's
Yeah.
late.
Well, that's kind of late.
Rue is texting me right now. You're in trouble. He's texting
Right,
me.
there's like a sniper right
To
on my
cease and
forehead.
desist. Yeah, a red dot. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do some Q&A. So I want you guys to think some questions that you have for our lovely ladies up here. Do we want to start Q&A now?
Yeah, we'll
Batty, do
start
you
right
have
now
someone?
before we come back to the
It
commercial.
might come back, so if it
Yeah,
does, we'll
so
just
let's
go
be
back
quick
to
with
it.
this one.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello. Good. How are you? So my question for you guys. Hi, I'm Abigail Beverly Hills.
Gorgeous.
My question is, out of all the looks tonight, what were you guys' favorite look, individual look? What's the top look of the night for you guys?
Willow's bridal.
Willow's
Yeah.
Willow's
It was very
bridal.
subversive. It was very fashionable. It was very unexpected.
And it was
I
so
liked it.
different from everyone else's. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say Alyssa's like leopard outfit. The structure, it was very, very good. It was very graphic, which I love.
She seemed a little bitter though, didn't she, when she was in the
Cool.
dressing room or in the untucked? Like she
Yeah.
should have.
We might have to watch more Untucked.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know.
Okay, work. I can't wait.
Oh, we're back. We're back. We're going to go back to that question, but before we do, I love how much sass you're giving in Untucked, by the way.
That's how I was feeling in the moment.
I love
had-
that. I love it.
I was not expecting you to be the villain of episode 3. I was not expecting that.
Girl, there's so much pressure. You know, you just have to stand up for what
I
you're-
wouldn't say you were the villain. I said you were calling out all the bullshit.
Thank
because
you.
we have a lot of delusional people.
Well, no, not even that.
On
It's
this
just
season.
like. Thanks, sis.
I live for that.
But there was cymbal noises, so she's the villain.
Here's the
That's
thing.
how that
Anything
works.
that I said shady, and whether you saw it on TV or not, anything that I said that seemed shady, I would say out loud in front of everybody.
No, she's
oh
the,
yeah, she fully told me that my bridal look looked funeral.
she's the villain to your face. Yeah.
I don't know.
At least she's honest.
Honesty is key.
So let's go back to the question that we had over here. What was the question was? What was their favorite look from
Yeah.
all of the runways? Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you guys thinking? What was your favorite looks from all of the runways?
I said Willow's bridal.
Willow's bridal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the leopard one. Structure.
So while we get another question, let me ask you guys a question off that. The way that it looks on television, is it doing it justice, or did those look a whole lot better or worse in person?
I'd say for the most part, it's pretty accurate, but, you know, with all the shade noises and everything, they make it sound a lot more intense than it actually does. You know what I mean? Because those little, like, back and forth banters don't really seem so dramatic when you're, like, you know, it's like you're having a conversation, but then with all the sound effects and the music and everything, it sounds like shady and you know what I mean?
I think Alyssa, the one she made with all the hot glue, I think it looked better in person.
I agree.
On the television. Yeah. There was a lot of detail that I don't think you could pick up from the screen.
Do you have any questions? Questions from the audience. Hi.
Question.
You have a question? Usually we go over there, but I don't feel like it. No,
Don't fall down.
I'm kidding. I thought Batty was going to do it this time, but
I am. I'll work out today. Excuse me, big black bitch coming through. Boom, 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 boom. Who got the question? Hi.
Hi, how you doing? My question is for people who can live so authentically as you guys. What advice do you have for us that are still living in fear to show and live our truest self?
We'll hold that question.
we're gonna hold that question. That was a great question. So we're gonna go back to that question
Yes.
that he
Do we need to
asked.
repeat it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Big coming
Come on,
through.
bitch,
Big
rock,
bitch.
rock.
Okay, let's try this. Round 2 and take.
All right. For such beautiful people who live so authentically to themselves, what advice can you give to us people who are unlucky enough to still live in fear to be our true selves?
Well,
Maddy?
I think I had a very similar experience, at least before I came out. And I didn't really start expressing my queerness until I went to college, and I was kind of away from like my small like farming community that I grew up in. So just surround yourself with like great people,
Yes.
people that understand you, love you for you. It's your chosen family, you know, and there's a whole bunch of people here that is, you know, rallying around you and loving you for you. So focus on those people.
When you find your herd, you'll find yourself.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. And I will say, you know, I think it's important to always be open and be honest. You know, I think when you're open and honest with yourself and with others around you, then you have nothing to hide. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, it might be hard to open up about certain things, but I think once you do it, you'll feel so much better.
And also be on your own. You don't have to answer to anybody's questions. If people ask you about, you know, whatever, answer what you feel comfortable with. You don't have to respond to anyone. You don't have to give anyone any answer about anything. So just be on your own terms, baby, and surround yourself with
If
good
they're not
people.
paying your bills, pay them no mind.
Atta girl.
Obviously, I have a different journey than most people. No, like,
What do you mean?
well, no, honestly, like, something I've honestly talked about it in like a few like interview articles, and like, it's honestly kind of frustrating that they have purposely like not shown it in articles. Whenever I was like when I was in high school, I started like going through this journey of like gender discovery, trying to find out like who I am, like what I'm about. Like, 'cause I grew up in a town of like 1,200 like people in the farmland. People were playing like football, hunting, all that. I never felt like I fit in, and like finding online resources, it was very like everything I found was just like, oh, you're gay or trans. That's all that is. You're not. There was no like in 2010 online.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Excuse me, y'all got, is that really important what y'all got? Y'all want to step outside? Okay, I'm just saying that because these people pay money for these seats, so thank you. So just respect them for the question and answer, okay? You're welcome. Thank you so much, okay? All right, go
Thanks,
ahead,
Maddy.
Maddy.
Like 2010 online, like there was no like people weren't talking about non-binary or gender non-conforming things like that, and so all the resources said like you're gay, you're trans, this and that and the other. And like going through high school, like I thought,
June
to be continued.
We will come back to that for sure. So that's it for Untalked. Matt, I want Maddy to talk
Yeah,
about.
I want her to
I want
finish
answer
this.
that question.
Yeah.
This question, 2 segments already. Look at this. That's how good of a question it is. But it's important for Maddy to answer this one. So go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, like I was saying, like going through high school, like I always felt like I was like different. I was othered. I didn't feel like I fit in, and like all the resources online said like you're gay, you're trans, something's wrong with you, and that's what I thought I was. And like going like after leaving high school, like I went on this journey of like self-discovery of like I'm gonna move out from my parents' house, try to figure out myself, and like I literally like. Not in like the conventional closeted way, like I wasn't gay or trans, but I was trying to find out who I was, and like I literally lived like a double life from my family because I always knew like if they found out I was even deviating, I was worried they would like disown me. And it was like going out, meeting people within the community, meeting other people. Like I built a family around myself, and like going through the journey, I learned, I discovered that gender for me was like, gender was arbitrary. Like I'm comfortable in being who I am, but everything around it, like gender, like. What is a man? What is a woman? Like it's all completely made up. Like we are literally just animals. This is fabric. This is colored dirt on my face. Like none of this fucking matters. I'm gonna be a skeleton one day. Why the fuck am I worrying about all this? And it was, I don't like whenever I started drag, I would not say I was a cishet man when I started drag. Like I literally thought like I was a trans woman. I thought maybe I don't know if I was like a trans woman. I don't know if I was gay. I didn't know what I was. And it was because like everything was weighing down on me, telling me that like you are like either you are a straight man or you are the complete opposite end of the spectrum. And I didn't know that everything in the middle even existed. And I think a lot of people don't, because that is like the society we live in. That's what we are taught to believe. That is like the toxic masculinity we're led to believe, that you have to be this complete other end of the spectrum. And that's like not the case. And like for me, like the biggest thing, like finding comfortability, finding like, a safe space and everything. It's finding people that do support you. Like, unfortunately, whenever I do drag now, like my family knows about it. They're surprisingly supportive of me. But I didn't know that at the time. But it didn't matter because I had all these people around me. I found this community. I found people that actually supported me, like where I'm at now and where I was at then. When I didn't know who the fuck I was, I had some people supporting me when I didn't even know who I was. And I think that's the biggest thing. It's like it's finding your community, finding the people around you. It's finding your own family. You have a chosen family. There are people that will support you, and like your family might not. And like obviously, like not everyone has the luxury of coming out to their family and being like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm gay," and everything's hunky dory. That's not the case. For some people, it is like life or death. It's being kicked on the streets. But finding the other people, finding a tribe, even Cornbread talking about her story. She's had friends to live with. And like everyone has like a different journey, a different struggle, and like it's just finding the people that will support you, even if like your regular family does not.
Absolutely.
Maddy, how long have you been performing for?
I've been performing for 5 years now.
Job well done.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Do we have any other questions in the house?
Any more questions? Where? Right here? We have one right over here.
I'll get you in a second after this one, okay?
Hi, this is for my girl. Hi, Daya. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Good.
First of all, I've loved you, Lux and Crystal, for so long.
Thanks.
Icon, so happy you're here.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, how do you feel about those Crystal Method comparisons? Like, how did they make you feel when you first started hearing them in the workroom?
Well, I have gotten those comparisons since I started doing drag. I remember even like going out in Springfield. If I wasn't with Crystal, people would be like, "Oh my God, Crystal, can I take a photo?" They say we sound alike. Sometimes we paint the same. I always say we're like a rainbow. Crystal's more of like the warmer, the vibrant yellows, the orange, the red. I tend to be on the more like moody side, like the blues, the purples, the pinks, and then sometimes we're both green. Where we fall in that middle category. I don't necessarily get offended by it because that's my sister. I look up to her, but also I know who I am. I know what I have to offer, and we're not the same. And sometimes people don't see that at face value, but they will, and that's okay, So I love your eye makeup. But thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
To piggyback off that, you were talking about Kenzie. What's her name?
Huh?
Kenzie. The other dancer girl.
Oh, Jasmine Kennedy.
Jasmine Kennedy, sorry. You were talking... Sorry, they're new,
Kenzie.
We'll get their names by the 5th episode. I always said you bitches should wear name tags so y'all can know who the hell you're talking to. You were talking to her about just to, like, shut up and there's a time to know your place and whatnot. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I know, watching that back, I'm like, wow, I'm trying to... I'm 25. Well, Wait, yeah, I'm gonna be 26. So I'm 25. But what I was meaning by all of that is I was a very spontaneous person when I was younger. I just kind of did what I want when I wanted, and I didn't think about a whole bunch of stuff. And Jasmine, I noticed a lot of similarities between she and I when it comes to, you know, how I was when I was 21. I think she was 21 when we filmed. I can't remember. So there were just things. It's kind of like an older sister thing. Like, girl, I know exactly how you're feeling, but you don't have to say all of that. You don't have to talk. Like, sometimes there is positivity in just letting things chill, you know? Yeah, so that's what I meant by it, was just like, Jasmine, come on, let's you don't need to talk about every little detail.
I think the thing about Jasmine is she was trying too hard to. I think because she was the only girl from New York, she really wanted to make sure that she wasn't like giving anyone a reason to like look down
like
on
she's
her.
already there for a reason. You don't got it. You don't have to.
I think she.
All
just
right, we got it. Thank you.
needed
Yeah,
to-
thank you.
All right,
yeah.
next question.
Thanks, Batty.
We got
You
it.
are a mess. Daddy is a mess. Who had the question over here? You did?
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Robert. Or you can call me Bobby.
Bobby.
I just want to say this is like literally my first time like being at like a drag show. You guys are like
Welcome, Roscoe's. On the count of three. On the count of three, Roscoe, say welcome. 1, 2, 3. Welcome!
so I do just want to say you guys are so fucking pretty. I can't.
Oh, thank you.
But,
Thank you.
Artificial pussy, bitch.
So I do. My question, I guess, is kind of a follow-up to his question back there. Growing up in like a black household, my family was very like, we don't fuck with that gay shit. So like, I just want to know if you guys are comfortable sharing, like for you guys, what was it like coming out not only as LGBT but as a drag queen?
Yeah, because you think about it, we had to come out twice, girls.
Yeah, come
I
out
only did
twice.
once.
Well,
Some
you only did
people-
one.
yeah.
So far.
So far, yeah.
Just kidding.
I haven't ripped the second Band-Aid yet. Yeah.
You don't got your gold star, though, do you, bitch? It's okay, neither do I. I'm fine. So, question.
Well, coming out as gay, I did it when I was in college, so I was kind of like already out of the house. I was really, I was so comfortable with myself that I was just like, you know what? If they're gonna react negatively to it, then like, I'm not home. I don't have to deal with it. They can kind of deal with it themselves, kind of thing. But coming out as a drag queen, someone from my small hometown had screenshotted a picture of me in drag and sent it to my mother. And my mother, like, she didn't know the difference between being a drag queen, you know, and wanting to be a woman. Yes. And so it's a learning process, and that's what I kept in the back of my mind. It's people are scared, people are intimidated with the unfamiliar. So I knew that as much as as comfortable as I was with it, I had to let my mom become knowledgeable about it and learn, you know. So it wasn't the easiest, but slowly but surely she got there. I hope that answered your question. Oh, Orion left.
Yeah, Orion left.
She's getting a phone call.
Oh. Like I said, for my journey, obviously, like, it's very different. Like, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know, like, what the fuck was going on. I literally, like, led a double life for, like, before I even started drag, like, 3-4 years before I started doing drag, I was going out to the club, meeting people, learning stories, finding out who myself, cross-dressing, like, am I trans? What the fuck is this? And it was, you know, like, I literally led a double life. I wasn't ready to tell my family about it. And then, like, I led to drag, and I did drag for 4 years. The only reason I told my family about it was because, like, I got on Drag Race. That's the only reason I told them. And it was because, like, I was not ready to lose, like, my family over whatever the fuck I had going on. I didn't think they would be about it. And, like I said earlier, like, the hardest part, like, just finding your family around you, because some people do have the luxury of, like, yeah, they can tell their family's going to be cool with it. And, like, a lot of people don't. And, like, it sucks. Like, we're not in, like, the 50s anymore, but some people are. Yes. Some people still are in that mindset. And it's like, not everyone has, like, the luxury. But honestly, I think build a base around you. Find people that do support you. That way you have, like, a cushion to fall on if it doesn't go the way you expect. If living your authentic life does not go the way that you hope it does.
And understand that everyone's journey is different. Just because this worked for her and it worked for her or him and worked for her and it worked for me in one way doesn't mean it's
Didn't
going to
work
work
out
like
for
that
me.
for you. Just understand that this is the way I look at it. Life, don't sit around and wait for life to get better because life doesn't get better. You get better. And as you get better, everything around you in turn will make sense. It will get better and everything will be beautiful and all that good stuff. But understand that you will get better, not everything else. Okay?
Yes, motivational Naysha. We had a full 180 here. Make some noise for Naysha tonight.
Well, not that she said 180.
I can't wait to sign your book or read your book. You signed it for me?
Oh, bitch. Okay, do we have any more questions? All right, okay. Well, I'm going to make my way around this way. Okay, so we have one right here. Go ahead. I hold the mic.
Ooh.
And I'm back.
Yep, that didn't last long, kids.
See, I've been in the other room, so I don't know the rules. But so if you covered this, let me know. But Maddy, I'm from West Tennessee, so have some sense of Arkansas. I'm just curious about how you've experienced doing drag within the geographical context of Arkansas, and if you feel like being straight has given you any sort of, if it's been different, your sexuality has made that different at all.
I will say, like, obviously, like, in Arkansas, I am, like, lucky enough that, like, I live, like, in Fayetteville now. Fayetteville is, like, the bluest part of Arkansas. It's, like, the only county that voted for Bernie. So, like, I'm lucky enough in that, but, like, I do, like, experience, like, the same, like fears, like, whenever I go out and drag. Like, I've talked about it before, like, leaving my apartment. I'm scared of a lot of my neighbors. Like, I peep out the peephole because, like, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen to me if the wrong person, like, sees me. Because, like, Arkansas, like, Fayetteville is blue, but a lot of people, like I said, are still living in the past. Like, I don't know what that's going to be like. I don't know what's going to happen to me. Like, I've been pulled over in drag before, and it was the scariest fucking thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah, it's just like me, driving while black.
Same.
It's scary.
Yeah. And, and obviously, like, but I do have the luxury of, like, being a straight man, like, outside of drag. At the end of the night, like, I go to the club, I take my makeup, I go home. I don't suffer the same discrimination that like, queer people do, like, out and about. Like, I get to take it off. I hold my hands with my partner in public. You know, I can kiss my partner. I don't suffer that discrimination. I understand, like, to a point, like, being in drag, going out. I don't know the gay experience. I don't know the queer experience, but I know fear. I understand, like, fear to an extent, and that's a perspective that drag gave me, and, like, exploring myself, going out to the club, dressing up. That is a perspective I've gained from this. It's like I've learned a lot from it. I don't know the whole experience. I don't know every facet of being gay, of being queer, of being trans, of being a person of color. But I understand the fear of, like, being pulled over in drag, leaving my apartment, and knowing, like, I don't know what the fuck's about to happen to me. I can't even leave my house right now because I don't know, are they going to be cool with it and they're going to harass me? Am I going to get beat up? That's what little bit experience I've had, I think, from being from Arkansas. I think is what you're asking.
You need to get the hell out of Arkansas.
I know.
Honey.
We have another question for you guys.
I get right on the red line and drag, bitch. Choo choo. You good in Chicago, honey. Bring your ass up here.
This is for both queens. Now that you're famous, are you planning to stay in the Midwest or move to a bigger market?
Oh no. This is like my one chance to get the fuck out of Arkansas.
Okay.
Like you're saying, like Arkansas. Like, I love Fayetteville. I love that little blue area, but fuck Arkansas. I want to go somewhere else. L.A., Chicago, Seattle, wherever. Just anywhere but. Like, it's beautiful. The trees are lovely. But the people are dog shit. They're awful. Not all of them. There's a couple gyms in there. There's a couple gyms in the Diamond State, but they're diamonds among the rough. Absolutely.
I just moved to Chicago in October of 2020.
Woo! Yes,
and
welcome.
I love it. I think it's everything. So I plan on staying here for a while. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll stay here for a while. I don't know.
As you should. As you should. Question?
Hi.
Hi.
I guess it's a basic question, but like, what was your favorite part of being on Drag Race?
Favorite part of being on Drag Race? I think just Maddy. No, I'm just kidding. The opportunity to showcase the different sides and different drag it can be whatever, you know? And I think that, especially this season, we have a lot of great representation with that. So having a sisterhood, being able to connect with people that do drag differently than the way I do, I think that as cliche and as pageantry or whatever sounding that answer is, just like the sisterhood, for sure.
My favorite part was world peace. No, like my favorite part, like just doing it, experiencing it, because like going to Drag Race, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think I would ever be able to get to that point. Like I grew up in a town of 1,200 people. I didn't think I would ever make it to a bigger city, much less like fucking LA and Drag Race and all that. Just having the experience, like. When I went to Drag Race, I was like, I might go home first. I don't know what's going to happen. This might be dog shit. It might be terrible. Worst case scenario, I can just go back to work at Target. It's whatever. But just having the experience and just doing it, just ripping the Band-Aid and just like seeing what's going to happen, like, I don't know, that was the big thing for me. Just putting myself out there and seeing what's going to happen. Yeah, it's exciting. Terrifying, but exciting.
All right, we have another question.
Howdy. Hi, I'm very excited to be here. I'm from Seattle, so frankly, I've never been here before. Love this.
On the count of three, we're going to say welcome. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome!
This is more of a technical question. How much time do you have in between each ball look to get ready into the next one?
Not enough.
Enough to shave them.
Not enough. No, like... no.
One thing that you don't see is up until the point we are going to the runway, we're all like scrambling, still gluing our wigs on, putting our shoes on. Yeah, not enough time at all.
No, like between the ball looks, like I went from like my first look with kind of red, natural, like neutral tones, red makeup, and then I went to like my the white look, and I had like darker makeup and like gold lipstick, and then I had to immediately go into the bridal look, and like I had to soften everything up. I didn't have to put nails on, and so like the gloves that I was wearing, they didn't like show it in the show, but like I borrowed George's gloves because I was like. The gloves that I did have I wore in like my headless look, and they were stained with makeup. And I just needed any white gloves. I went to like multiple people, like, does anyone have white gloves? I just need anything. I don't have time to put nails on. I need any gloves. And Georges was just like, you can use mine.
And somehow her big, broad man shoulders fit in them.
Yeah.
Well, because Georges is this big, yeah?
Literally.
Just the smallest.
So little. So cute.
God bless some 4-way stretch fabric.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions?
Do we have
in the
any other
house?
ones? Oh, we
got
have
one
right here.
I'll get up. I'll get my fat ass.
Anybody else? Let me know.
There's Orion.
So I think this. Oh, we do. Okay, cool.
She's in a better.
Oh,
place.
I can go back there too.
You can do this one. I'll go back there, and we'll
I can work out too. Get big arms like Maddy.
Hi. Hi. How many times did each of you audition, or did you audition once?
Ooh, how many times we auditioned?
Yeah.
I got on my second. Yes, I auditioned for 13.
I didn't even audition. They just called me. They're like, "We need you." No, I auditioned 2.5 times. Like this time was like it was the golden audition. It worked. The last time I put a lot of effort. The first one I don't even count. It was so bad. It was awful. I was wearing like Forever 21 clothes and like okay. So I was like editing my video on like a 2007 MacBook, and I had someone film one of my like videos, like performances. And they filmed, I said, like, make sure to do it, like, landscape, so it's wide. They're like, we got you. They filmed it portrait. But the 2007 MacBook doesn't know what the fuck portrait mode is. And so when I edited the video, it just stretched it out. And so, like, I guarantee they're still laughing to this day. It was so bad. All my videos were stretched, so I looked like this fat little Oompa Loompa, just, like, doing these little reveals in Forever 21 clothes, all stretched out. It was not cute. It only had one view on it, so they viewed it, they said nope, and threw it in the trash. They said nope, nope. I'm surprised it didn't get blacklisted.
How about you, Naysha? How many times did you audition?
Oh,
real tea, bitches.
So no, I auditioned 3 times, and then I got invited. Next question.
Oh.
Yes, it's Naysha.
There's a story there.
She wants me to feel that fire.
There's a really good story. There's no time for it today, but there's a really good story of one. I actually made it on one season, and then
there was a fan favorite one.
No, there wasn't a fan favorite one.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
So there was one time I actually made it on, and then someone pretended to be me.
Oh.
And
it was me.
And it was Batty.
It was me, bitch.
No, someone pretended. You know, once you get you get on. You know, you're not supposed to tell anyone that you're on and whatnot. And then you go through the psych evaluation, all that good stuff. And I called someone for advice about the psych evaluation. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, what is this? What am I going to be doing in this thing? And blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, that same person pretended to be me, created an email account, and started to solicit things as Naysha, like, can you make me a gown? Can you make me this? Can you send me some wigs? I'm going to be on Drag Race. So then they told the producers called me and said, you can't do that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And they're like, well, unfortunately, we're not going to have you on. And that's why...
You were invited back.
Well, yeah. And it was actually another queen. It was another queen that's actually been on Drag Race.
Do you know who it was?
Absolutely.
Who the fuck was it? I want to know who the fuck it was.
Names.
Name that bitch. Name that bitch. Name that bitch.
Daya Batty.
Hold on. We have a question.
Really?
We have a question.
Who was that?
Can I... Let me just... No, I made that whole story up. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't make it up.
She didn't make that up.
Let's get this question, and then maybe I'll tell you guys who it was.
You'll have to stick around tonight for the performances, and we'll tell you who it is.
So my question is, what's your favorite season of Drag Race, and por qué?
So, which is your favorite season of Drag Race, and why? And other than yours, of course.
Season 1, just like that filter and like the 2010
Season
fashion.
1, wow.
It's so funny to watch. No, but probably season 6. Season 6.
Yeah, season 6 was my favorite as well. Season 6, Bianca, hilarious, adore. You know, you kind of got to see every side to drag, but I also loved season 7. I thought season 7 is when it kind of flipped and started to become more fashion, you know, which is a huge aspect of the show now. Yeah, so season 7
season with Violet. Yeah.
Really good.
What did I just miss?
Our manager over there is literally looking at me like, who is
it?
Bitch?
Oh, I'm getting it out. If you did not get out tonight, I will have it on my Twitter next week, okay?
Do we have any more questions? Is that it with the questions?
Oh, Charlie has a question over there in the wig.
Oh, Charlie? Hey, Charlie, I'm coming. Pardon me. Actually, I'll go over behind you guys because there's a little bit more over here. Okay.
So, have you and Batty...
Absolutely not. Get the fuck out of here.
We know Charlie.
We know Charlie's a fucking
We don't know what's
mess.
going on with Charlie right now. Are you cocktailed?
Girl, she's boozy. All right, listen. We have one over here. We got one over there now.
We got one? Okay, where? Here we go.
This will be the last question.
Oh, bitch. I put the... He said, oh, me. He went to... That was funny. That was cute. But come over here, because then we'll get to your question as well then. Here we go.
So my question's for Maddy. How did you walk in your Marie Antoinette dress?
Ooh, I saw it. Did you put it on TikTok?
I showed like a video on my TikTok. No, so like I rehearsed with that like in my apartment, but obviously like my apartment is like fucking 20 feet long. So I'm just like little like baby stepping when I actually walked on the runway. So okay. So when I had to walk on the runway, I didn't want to have like a 10-foot tall Marie Antoinette, and so I literally had to like crouch down and like just across the runway.
You walked like that, like on your...
More or less. Well, the runway's bigger, and so I was like taking bigger strides. I was like... Ooh.
Girl.
Now...
Hence why she wore flats.
It's a lot easier in flats than it is in heels.
Were you in flats? Were you in flats?
Absolutely.
Because we when we saw you guys on the runway...
No, she wore flats, bitch.
And they said you were safe and that you can go to the back, right? So... Were you, like, on your knees? Were you, like, chilling for a little bit?
Yeah, whenever they give me the critiques, I'm just sitting on my knees the whole time. And same thing, whenever they're lip-syncing, I'm in the back just, like, I'm committed to the bit, just on my knees holding my head. And I just want to say for the record, I've tweeted about it, I'm saying, Michelle complimented me on my flats. She did. She did.
I wish they would have shown that.
I know.
Did. Yeah. Oh no, they did show you a picture of you in Untucked with that red pillow, and Gottmik just trying to get you.
I was just in pain. I was like a woman in labor. I was like holding it.
Oh, you know what a woman in labor feels like?
More or less.
Oh. It was a question.
Get her.
Why are you owing me?
You just gotta keep on pushing.
Bitch, she's coming for all the gigs, bitch. All of them.
We have one more question, then we have to wrap it up over here.
Okay. Here we go.
Who was it?
Well, we can do one more. We gonna.
It was over there.
No, he asked me the question, so we're gonna pass. I'll tell him later.
This is a question for Daya. Daya, when you got eliminated, sorry to bring it up.
Ooh!
Did you cut yourself with your nails?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's right.
Somebody asked last week.
We didn't know if that was blood on you or what that was.
Well, okay, so I knew that, okay, there's a part of the song that says, you give me so much pleasure, but cause me so much pain. So when I was in Untucked, I dipped red nail polish on the ends of my nails. And what you didn't see is I had like this whole thing where I was like giving myself pleasure, choking myself, and then slowly moving my hand down and scratching. So yeah, people thought I was drawing blood. That was the effect I was wanting, but it didn't read correctly.
So I heard you like to get choked. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
You know all my secrets
Ladies
now.
and gentlemen, please make some noise for the beautiful cast of season 14. Where the hell is... Oh,
Yeah, where did Orion go?
Gotcha.
It was a short
Orion's
story.
lost.
Yeah.
Make some noise for Daya.
Thank you.
And make some noise for Maddy Morphosis.
Guys, my name is Naysha Lopez.
And I'm Batty Davis.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Please don't go anywhere. We do have to ask that you all clear the room so that way we can take down the chairs and get set up for our stage for a show. We'll be back at 10:30.